What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Aquarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey, because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, Aquarius is getting groovy. No, I think I might have that one locked down, Aquarius. I think that's going to be the melody for a little while. But back to you. With this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Aquarius. So I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if you are curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching Aquarius, so definitely check them out. Very cool groups. I think you'd like them as well. But let's get to your first card here. Oh, interesting. Which is the ninth card of Pisces here, which is the cross card. And with this card, this is a card of sacrifice, down for the cause, release, let go, giving up, surrender, puts others first for the greater good, dogma, heroic effort, purpose-driven, martyrdom, and heed the call. So the energies that are coming through here, Aquarius, are the sacrifice and the heroic effort. That's interesting. And even the giving up is kind of coming through here. And I feel like for some, when I think about like Pisces energies, Pisces is the one, they're about the, where you're about the collective. Pisces kind of takes that a little bit further and makes it to like a soul tribe, really that deep kind of compassionate, and not that you're not compassionate, Aquarius, but they take it to that deep level. And that, in bringing that up, is that Pisces is kind of similar to Virgo. They're a sign of kind of like service, and like they have a lot of healing energy that they can give, but the energy that's kind of coming through is just like where something may be like a heroic effort. It's just like how much are we sacrificing of ourselves to this, maybe whatever this cause is, for example. And it's not to say that like what we're doing isn't what we're meant to do, but maybe there's a need for, maybe we feel that if we were to, let's say, take a break, for example, or to like, let's say we're the type of, it gives me almost like that person, like if you get called into work, you're always like, or someone calls off, you're always the go-to, like, hey Aquarius, can you do this? Or hey Aquarius, can you do that? Hey Aquarius, hey Aquarius, hey Aquarius. And you're just like always just kind of around just doing. But yeah, it gives me this sense of just like, yeah, how much are we willing to, it's almost like putting ourselves second, like almost, but it's just like it doesn't necessarily have to even be to people. This could be to like maybe like a project that we're doing, or maybe even like I don't know, Aquarius, this is very interesting energy that's coming through here. There's also with some other stuff that's kind of coming through here, Aquarius, with this giving up. I feel like that there's some, like maybe we're at this place where we're feeling like we're in this state of giving up, or something along those lines, where it's like we've put in a lot of effort, sacrificed a lot of stuff, but it just seems like we're just accumulating crosses here. And it's a little morbid, but it feels that it feels like that we're just like maybe at this, I don't know, Aquarius, it's just like we're sort of at this kind of like a crossroads here, something along those lines, where it's just like, do we keep this thing going, or do we need to let it go? And I would even feel before, And listen, it's not to say you haven't already done this, but maybe on the off chance, before we maybe think about giving up whatever this thing is altogether, considering maybe that a heroic amount, because I like that. In a sense, I like that heroic effort. If we put a lot of effort into something, I feel like it's even before we give up on this thing. Maybe we can tailor it back a little bit. Let's say this is like, let's say we were trying to become like an artist, for example, but we're finding that it's hard balancing out the time between, like, like maybe like a side gig and things along those lines. Maybe it's like reevaluating. Maybe we can find a different occupation, or maybe we can carve out, like, balance the time out a little bit, or just like maybe make some type of maybe different sacrifices just in like how we're going about things, or just something, for example, there, like, while I'm doing this stuff, Aquarius, for example, I do, this is mainly what I'm doing all the time. I just like doing this, and eventually I'm gonna get some stuff, figure some other things out to how to make this thing grow. But in the meantime, while I'm getting those details built up, I got a little side gig there. Some in the evening times, I got my days to myself, and then, go ahead and do the grind, and it's not often, that's the thing too. It's not like I'm sacrificing so much of my time to this side gig, because it's like it's a nice little balance. I can still be kind of wholly here, and then just know that the bills are getting taken care of too there, Aquarius. Just something to think about there. But let's get some turn and get some details on this. Oh, there you are, Aquarius. I love it. A lot of the signs have been doing that kind of coming. I think Aries did that. Someone else did that too. Interesting. Let's see what's going down here, Aquarius. Ooh, and the Hermit and the Empress. Okay, hold on, Aquarius. Interesting. Okay, so you have the Star card, and the Hermit in reverse here, and then you have the good old Empress, and then the Page of Cups upright here. And let's talk about you being in reverse here and possibly needing to reflect on some things, Aquarius. Because that's what it kind of feels like here, that maybe we're at this place of like, kind of like a reevaluation. I almost feel like is what's going on with the Empress here and the Page of Cups. It's like maybe it's like we've been kind of following this feeling for a while, but maybe it's just like now there's this energy of, it almost feels like the Empress is the goal here, but it's just like how we maybe, it's like maybe how we're going about this thing. This could be something where we may need some help maybe with the situation here. But definitely, I feel like when the Hermit pops up in reverse here, it's like, and just in, when the Hermit pops up in reverse in general, that really is a time to just kind of pause and just like to reevaluate what's going down in our lives here. What we have been giving up until this point, and how much effort we've been putting it into, and then just, I almost feel like with this Page of Cups, it's just like I feel like that if we take this moment and really kind of like I feel like it's really kind of connecting with your higher self, Aquarius, and however that looks like, because the Star card, it's interesting with your sign, Aquarius, because really, it's like like when they dictate or depict like the person pouring the water out of the vessel there. It's like really it's more so kind of like you're the vessel. You're the one, the source of this ideas, these, or you're the one that's able to manifest these feelings and things. But in order to do that, we have to connect with where the water's coming from. There's a need to kind of, because you really are. I've been reading this book talking about aspects and things, and every time it mentions any sort of like in like aspects in like your natal chart, and anytime it mentions things about Uranus energy, one of your rulers, it always talks about how intuitive Uranus energy is every time. For the most part, I might have been one or two that may have not have mentioned it, but that's saying a lot, Aquarius. And I feel like that it is part of that being able to see the potential in something. You'd be able to have almost this sense of future sight as what you can create here. But it just seems that there needs to be, just kind of thinking with how these you and this Hermit are in reverse and with the Empress being up right here, there's just a need to maybe reconsider, just like, just kind of reevaluate our game plan here. So by, you know, are we, how the steps that we're taking to get to whatever this, like, this Empress goal is, or something along those lines. Let me get a little bit more on the Empress. Aquarius. Interesting, Aquarius. Getting a lot of air energy here. Because you got the Lovers. It's a reversal storm here. You got the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, and then the Five of Swords here. And maybe this is something too, whatever this is, Aquarius. It seems that because the Seven of Wands can be a card of criticism. So I'm not sure if we've been maybe just considering all this air energy being here. Maybe for some of us, we've been in our heads as of late and like really been kind of, either this is some stuff that we've either been telling ourselves, or this could be something maybe that some others have been said and that we're, you know, kind of really taking this stuff to heart. This is a lot of pressure to be putting on an Empress here, but she's still upright. So whatever this is, I feel that, because when the Lovers pops up in reverse for me, this is Gemini's card. You know, they're about that duality, that making that connection. Another card of, you know, really connecting with higher self. And I feel, and you've been, I feel like, in kind of like a very meditative place for a while here, Aquarius. And I mean, it makes sense. So you got Saturn, your other ruler, that's in Pisces right now, and will be there for the next 3 years. So you really are in a place. Uranus is in one of Empress's signs, or Venus's signs, Taurus, and then, you know, you got a spiritual energy that's going down. You are in a very kind of, it's like you're really in a really kind of in a heightened state of manifesting your security here, your foundation, you know, what you need in life. But I feel that there's, just considering, I don't, you know, I'm just thinking, just with all this air energy here, you know, Gemini and your you here, I feel that there is something that's, yeah, just like maybe we've been needing to take a break and really kind of, I think hopefully that makes sense, Aquarius. I think I'm gonna leave that there, but I do feel that it's even, and here's the thing too, just thinking with giving up, even if we have to end up having to maybe put something on the, and maybe this isn't even giving up, this could even be where we kind of shelve an idea, possibly. The thing with giving up is, there was something, even if the efforts may have failed. See this little fish come out this cup here. There's still you got some nuggets of wisdom from this, Aquarius, and it's just like, how can we apply that to something new, or maybe, I don't know, use that to maybe something I'm not quite sure, you know, but I feel like there is something can come from this, because the Empress is still upright. There's still abundance that can come, but I feel like it's it's kind of like searching for that silver lining there, Aquarius. But let's get some tea. Let's get another oracle on the mix. Chris, let's see what else we got here. Alrighty, you got the 7th card of Aries here, which is the kerosene card. And with this card, this is a card of aggressive, accelerate, ignite, determined, fuel, encourage, sustain, powerful, stimulate, volatile situation, provoke, watch out, unpredictable, combustible, propel, and hot. An energy that's coming through here, Aquarius, is a volatile situation here. And I feel like for some, if we're in this place where, because the Seven of Wands for me too can be a card of like protecting your energies, and maybe for some of us we've been maybe kind of, I'm not sure if maybe, let's say for example, like I'm just thinking with this like this kind of effort and maybe sacrifice things. Let's say if we've been given a lot at work or something along those lines, we've been kind of giving in, trying to get this, like maybe get to like this promotion stage, like really put it in extra hours and things. But now it's like we hear that a position is closing out, they're not going to do any kind of raises right now. And then it gets to this place of where, yeah, I don't know, like the emotions get kind of hot or the energies get real hot, and then it's just like becomes this volatile situation. It almost feels like it's giving me like a like just being aware of just like potentially reactive energies, just especially if we've been kind of in our head, maybe been even feeling kind of like frustrated with the Seven of Wands. Maybe these and this could be something too, Aquarius. Maybe we've been in this place of, I don't know, just thinking with this Five of Swords, maybe it's just been a lot of people just been kind of coming at us with swords, or just maybe a lot of ideas coming your way, or, just general criticisms. Maybe this is family, maybe this is friends, maybe this is a lover here, with the lovers being here. But whatever this is, I do feel like there is a need to maybe, if we do feel that we can't communicate right now or something along those lines with the lovers, there's a need, I feel like, to just like maybe like, hey, you know I need to, how about I need to take a moment and process what you've said. Let me go ahead and retire to my quarters, and we will talk about this in state, or if this is on the phone or whatever this is looking like, or finding a way to maybe even kind of keep not necessarily keep it bottled in, but just like in a way where we can keep it. It's because it's interesting. It's not even like a level of, because we do want to be mindful of too. Now that I said that, even keeping stuff kind of bottled in, I'm even just thinking with the Hermit. Maybe this is something for some. It's just like we've been kind of keeping that facade of the Empress here, keeping that Empress, that look there, but internally there's a lot going on here. Your stars in reverse, lovers, Hermit. You got to be, other than your Page of Cups here, there's yeah, small little, little reversal storm going on here. And I almost feel like with the Page of Cups being up here, it's kind of letting that stuff out, like letting this be, because the cups deal with emotions, and I know that can be kind of weird for an air sign sometimes. But, and listen, I got my moon placement, like moon deals with emotions, and I think if I were like either like a fire sign or maybe even like an earth sign, maybe be a little bit different. My sun sign's in Cancer, but I have my moon's in Gemini, so it's like I get that need for separating like the logic and the emotions, but they all have their things to play in their Aquarius, and I feel like it's a tricky one for both water and air signs to find that balance of both. That to keep for water, bringing that heart in balance with the head, and then opposite for air, bringing that head in balance with the heart. It's the challenges we bear, but we do want to find that balance, I feel, and make that connection. Otherwise, possibly things could turn into just become a little bit bigger, or get more out of hand than I feel like it needs to, Aquarius. But let's get some tarot on this. Oh, come on, Aquarius. Oh, and there's your ruler. And they're all in reverse. So, Aquarius, here's Libra. Last little piece of the air signs here. And so, I do feel strongly there, Aquarius. Ooh, and Leo's here. Yeah, this is a Zodiac party, Aquarius. I'm with it. So here's what's going on, Aquarius. And we're going to talk about all this air energy that's coming through here. So you got the Strength card, the Justice card, and the Six of Swords in reverse here. Then you got Six of Pentacles, and then your ruler, Saturn, the World upright. And with this energy, Aquarius, let's talk about Libra. Because Empress rules over Libra. And Libra's the other air sign. And I do feel that, Aquarius, if things have been feeling out of balance, if you've been in this state of, I don't know, just lack of energy, lack of confidence, lack of just lack, just maybe just feeling this state not quite. It's giving me like this again, just kind of putting on Empress. I feel like it's like, what can we one, what caused this thing? It's, when we get into this state, I feel like with the Justice card popping up here, this could be a card of cause and effect. And it's just like, where we've been giving our energies, where we've been kind of, where we've been, for this to have happened. And then what do we need to do and then get into that next episode, and then what do we need to do to get things back in order to get out of this cycle so that we can get to your other ruler, the Fool, Uranus, and kind of start brand new, really kind of like, almost like, this will give me almost like, this is like an Empress reset or something like that, Aquarius. I dig it. But listen, just because something may have, and maybe this is something, it's things have already gotten out of hand, Aquarius, maybe with like a situation, it's become kind of volatile. You're in like a precarious type of state right now. And I feel like that there's, especially with this energy here, there's nothing wrong with the, because we got to face that thing eventually. You can only ignore it. If that's the case, that's going on for so long. Eventually it's going to wear down on your strength. It's going to affect your, even the state of your manifestation. Just think of with the star, how we're communicating with higher self. It all kind of domino effects here, and then I feel like it comes back to that question again: how much are we willing to sacrifice in order for, until we get to? Because what's going to eventually happen here is, and listen, this is not me trying to scare you or anything. If anything, I feel like this, with this air energy, is about to be really almost like an epiphany is getting ready to come here, as far as like, like a hanged man type of situation where we have to get into this, or where we're getting to this place of like newer perspectives and kind of seeing where, things may have gotten a little caught up and stuff, because Neptune, or not Neptune, the hanged man is Neptune energy, and he gets into that kind of like that unforeseen realm, the things that stay out of our grasp and things like that. It's like, and to Aquarius, this may be something too, because when we're going through this journey, especially having you and Capricorn got a little tough sometimes with sharing a ruler of Saturn, because Saturn, and it's going to depend on who you talk with, because some people just see Uranus as your ruler, others just see Saturn. I think you're cool enough to have two rulers there, Aquarius. But with those types of energies, that you've been blessed with, Aquarius, they do come. It's heavy, they're heavy, thinking about the world, having that weight of the world on your shoulders there, and to be the sign of change and innovation, and to bring to inspire others to the future. It's a lot, and it's fine. It's all part of the journey. You got it. But there's something here with the Six of Swords that's there. There's a hole in the boat, maybe six, and that's fine. It's just we gotta get eyes on them. Otherwise, we can because even when you think about the Six of Swords, you can move from place to place to place, and try to escape this thing. But once you get settled, the you get on new lands, you try to get your boat out there again. It's just gonna keep you know what I mean, Aquarius, more. All right, let's get some more tea, and let's get your last oracle here. I think it was Virgo that got. Thank you. But like someone else did something where they got like a trifecta. Virgo got all three of Libra's cards and oracles. It was very fascinating. Oh, and here's the one of them that they got. You got the seventh card of Libras here. A lot of Libra energy that's been going around here as of late, which is the biker card. I'm gonna have to talk with them about that. With this card, this is a card of lone wolf style, impervious, non interesting Aquarius. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Actually, non-conformist, standing up, breaking rules, brotherhood, enjoy the ride, loves freedom, moving on, outlaw, maverick, swift actions, need for speed. And the energy that's coming through here, Aquarius, is the swift action. So I almost feel like for some that maybe we have been, I don't know if it's giving me like a sense of that maybe we've been kind of rushing through things. Maybe it's been, I don't know if if it's been this avoidance or what this is, but I do feel that for some there is definitely a need to kind of slow down, especially since we were talking about the hermit being here earlier, and just really kind of process what's going on. And again, like we were talking, like just kind of reevaluating this our empress situation here, because one thing I was going to talk about here, Venus is actually in Leo right now, and she'll be there till, when she's gonna be there till 3rd of September. And depending on, and she's just depending on when you're watching, well, it doesn't matter when you're watching this, she's retrograde right now, and she'll be or no, I think when this is releasing, yeah, she'll be actually be when you're watching this, she'll be retro, or when this is released, she'll be just went retrograde. But that's forming oppositions with your sign, Aquarius. And then the sun's getting ready to get into Leo here soon, and that's going to form more oppositions. You're in a kind of a tricky energy right now with all these oppositions, and I think you got a squares going on with Taurus right now with Jupiter and your other ruler. So you got a lot that's going down here. But with this kind of fresh one with the Empress, with her going retrograde back, this is a time to just kind of reevaluate the things that are just kind of sapping away our self confidence, take away from our energies, and really kind of more so bringing in more. And listen, I know if we're dealing with like a volatile situation or things, fun is probably the last thing that we're thinking about. But just carving out little things to just kind of take some of the stress off, you know what I mean? It's like if you've done everything you can for a situation today, then let's kind of kick back, relax, and just let's just give your mind a break. Just again, all your air signs are in reverse here, and that's a lot. So I do feel like that. And this again, you would never rush you or anything along those lines, but I do feel that there is a need to. It's not even really for like some others. So like when we're reevaluating these things, it's not that we're rushing to take action. It's just like I feel like it's almost more so just like kind of being more intentional, more very interesting energy here, Aquarius. Let's get some tarot on this. Alright, Aquarius, last little bit here. All right, so you have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in reverse here, and then we have the Three of Pentacles upright. And let's switch back over, Aquarius. Because let's start with the Two of Pentacles here, because I do feel like that it's like just like the energies feel out of whack here. It feels like it's kind of off, like just maybe we haven't been feeling feeling on our game, or something along those lines. Of course, we may be whatever this is that's on your head or something. I feel like that this is the Three of Swords. Is like it's healing from that, and it's just like it almost feels to me. It's just like we've gotten eyes on this thing, but we haven't just taken the time to really process it, maybe, or really kind of do the necessary healing that there is need to kind of get us moving. Maybe this is something where it almost gives me kind of like Knight of Swords, which is one of your cards type of energy, where Knight of Swords just keeps looking to the future, never looks back, and where that future ambition is admirable. It's not, I mean, listen, I'm not even trying to say that we're living in the past or anything along those lines, but in order to, it's kind of like with Cancer, because Cancer, we're rooted, how you're tied to the future, we're rooted in the past, and it's taking that past to navigate, to process things, learning from the past to process things in the present to set your future self up for success. And I feel like the kind of thing in common that Cancer and Aquarius has is that, where you're always eyes to the future. Sometimes we're more kind of stuck in the past sometimes, and I feel like it's only every now and again. But I feel like when it happens, it gets pretty deep here, and we got to work ourselves out of it there. But I do feel like that there's work to be done, but I feel like that it's more so gives me very kind of this more so internal type of thing that's going on here. Just thinking with the Star, Lovers, Hermit. Very interesting energy here, Aquarius. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So, but if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this, Aquarius, because I know this can be hard. When we're kind of like on this place of this is interesting energy that came through, and I feel like it's take again, this feels just like a lot for even for an Empress to be shouldering. So just if you know someone who might be just kind of just got a lot that they may be doing on, or maybe been just kind of been doing this kind of like quick actions or something, share this. And all you Empresses, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each week. And maybe this might be something to check out, Aquarius. I'm on this I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. It's just a group, and since you got like half of them here, well, you got like what, 4 of them, 5 of them, so almost half. And I post it's a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as it grows, I'm going to start doing different like guided meditations, positive like guided affirmations, binaural beats, things along those lines. Maybe going within with the Hermit, or healing with the Star, self-care with the Empress, something, or maybe living lavish with the Empress. Who knows? She may have a couple. But definitely check that out, Aquarius. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We talk about lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Aquarius. And I like this. You got the 6 of Wands here. And the thing with the 6 of Wands, I'm going to get your surprise card here in a sec. But with the 6 of Wands, this is a card of victories, card of success, card of that accomplishment, that win. But the thing with the 6 of Wands is that, and I feel like that may be the thing with maybe like Aquarius energy, where it's like, it's not that you don't know there's going to be work that's coming with the future, but it's just like you see the thing. So I feel like when you get focused on something and you can see what it can become, there's this, it's like we know there's going to be a grind, but maybe sometimes the grind is more than we had expected, possibly, or something along those lines. And it's like where, yeah, she succeeded and it was great. It's just like, you weren't there when it wasn't great, when everything was in reverse, and we still had to have even your strength was waning, but we still had to come across as an Empress, and so I do feel like it's, while you're going on this journey, Aquarius, I feel like a need to maybe remember the small victories as well, and even to appreciate the tougher times, even when we've had to, when we felt like giving up and all those things, and even finding the abundance there, because it's even those, I find even sometimes those where the wins are great, sometimes the losses can be even greater, because then it's just like you learn a lot about yourself. I feel when you're in reverse, and it gives you a little time to reflect. And that's not saying we're always going to be in reverse Aquarius, but I feel like when it's going to happen regardless. That's just how the life waxes and wanes. But let's see what else you got here. Interesting. I like that, Aquarius. So your oracle card is the memory card here, and I almost feel like with this, it's like this is where we're talking about kind of recalling on the past for a little bit. Maybe there's this energy of needing to just kind of reflect on when you were in a tough situation in the past and how it was tough, but man, when you were able to really kind of put your mind to it, and when the resources needed to come in, you needed to get things figured out. I feel that calling on those memories gives me almost kind of Six of Cups, where it can kind of fill your cups up a little bit and kind of get you like in a better perspective, if that makes sense. So I like that, Aquarius. I think I'm gonna leave that there. But you stay safe out there. All this stuff that's going on here. Swift actions, volatile situations. Be safe out there, Aquarius. And you raise your vibration to the roof, because with the Empress too, where yes, she's about her business, she's about her coin and keeping her foundation, she's abundant, but she also takes care of herself. She also nurtures herself, because if the Empress, it don't matter how much money and she owns this whole forest back here, if she's exhausted, if she's not feeling herself, then she can't even enjoy it. So, and then I will catch you on the next one later.